season 2 of the Women in Cybersecurity series Stories, where we will have various speakers come and join us and share their stories of what they do in cybersecurity, their background, and any tips that they have for women that are interested in the cybersecurity field. I'm Cydney Stude, and today I'm joined by Ruchira Pokhriyal. Hi, Ruchira. Thanks for being here.
Hi, Cydney. Thank you so much for having me here. Hey, everyone. My name is Ruchira Pokhriyal. A little about me. I have worked as a cloud security specialist for over a year here at AWS, and I recently made a shift to the AWS Customer Incident Response Team. It's CERT for short. And here at CERT, we do threat detection and incident response. And a big part of my job role is to respond to potential customer security events. We also conduct some really amazing Twitch training sessions for a broader audience at AWS. And the focus of these sessions is typically security services and best practices that the audience can learn from. And it's been really fun so far. It really keeps you on your toes and it really helps you come up with secure solutions faster. So really glad to be here and share a little more about my journey.
Yeah, super excited to have you. So what's your story, if you don't mind sharing? How'd you get into tech?
That's actually a very interesting question. So, um, weirdly enough, I actually did not imagine a career in tech at all when I was younger. But I also come from an Asian family. So, coming from an Asian family, my parents have always been really big on education. My mother is a teacher, so obviously. And they wanted me to have a tech degree like my older sister. My sister is an engineer, but the way tech was presented to me when I was a child was it was just scary, you know. So it was presented as this thing which is not fun at all, and you'll probably have absolutely no life outside of homeworks and assignments. So naturally, I was not super into it at the time, but I still decided to enroll for a bachelor's degree in computer science, just so my parents could have a sense of peace. And I honestly wasn't even interested in most of the courses when I started. And there was this one course though that really caught my attention, and it was computer networks. And I was really intrigued by some really basic concepts like network topology, types of enterprise networks, architectures. And it's maybe because my professor was also an amazing teacher. But at the time, it was really fascinating to know that network solutions deliver more than just basic connectivity. So I started digging a little more. I started exploring more, and I was like, hey, let's just see what else is out there. And very soon, I realized that this is all connected, and computer science is not just limited to algorithms and compilers. There's so much more. There's cryptography, networks, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and that actually boosted my interest in computer science, to be honest. So as I learned more, I wanted to figure out what I'd like my specialization to be. Um, and after much more exploring, much more research, a full time job for 2 years, and another master's degree, I decided that I'd like to explore penetration testing. And luckily, unfortunately, I got my first job out of college as a web application pen tester. I did that for a year. It was pretty awesome. And next on my checklist was cloud security. So then I moved to AWS as a cloud security specialist. And it was a big change from learning and doing how to break things and then working on fixing things again, right? So it was super fun. And I finally, after another year and a half, I decided that I wanted to learn more about threat detection and incident response. So then I made a shift to CERT team here at AWS. And that's like in a nutshell a summary of how I made it to where I am now. So it's been quite a journey, and I'm talking about it like it was super easy, like it was a breeze, but it was not easy at all. I'm neurodivergent, I'm a queer woman of color in tech, and it that all of that comes with its own challenges. Plus, I'm also the first from my family to move to another country for an education. So, moving to the US to pursue a degree in tech and to work in tech, it was difficult, right? Dealing with accent bias, microaggressions, and people just trying to pull women down in tech. It was not a presence experience at all. But the world isn't fair. You have to fight your battles. And I decided to focus on all the progress that I'm going to make to block out the noise. And honestly, I'm really proud of myself for doing that and believing in myself through all of this process, because it was worth it and I honestly wouldn't have it any other way. So that is a little bit about my journey in tech so far.
Wow, yeah, thank you for sharing. It sounds like you have quite the story. Moving to a different country for an education, pursuing the career that you're in now, learning along the way, and just being determined. It takes a lot of bravery to do all of that. That being said, do you have any advice for other women interested in tech?
I have so many advice. I have so
Yeah.
many things that I can say right now, but I'll try to keep it short yet meaningful. So, my first advice to all the women out there would be to find a community that believes in your potential. And I don't say that lightly. I know there are a lot of communities out there, but you have to choose the right one, because uh, finding a community really helped me grow as an individual and in my professional career. So this is another thing that I consider a huge win in my career. Find a community that serves as a safe space for you. It's very, very important for your growth. And honestly, like at this point, a big shout out to Breaking Barriers Women in Cybersecurity and VSIS. These are the two communities that I've been a part of for a very long time now. And in my experience, it's very refreshing to be with other females who encourage you to be your true self and celebrate your wins. With BBWIC, I found sisters and role models that I always wanted, but I never had. I always struggled to find those kind of friends and people who understood your passion. And with VSIS honestly has taught me to give back to the community and be a mentor to others that you've always wished for, right? So definitely, please, please, please spend enough time to find a community which does not make empty promises, is very active, and actually invests in your potential. Next advice would be similar to finding a community, but find a mentor, a person that you can be real with and rely on, and choose a mentor wisely. And this comes from experience as well. In the past, I've met a person and decided like in 1 second that hey, can you mentor me, just because they have experience in the industry. But don't do that. Don't simply decide to meet a person once and make them your mentor. People have really attractive skill set on paper, but they may not necessarily be good teachers. And moreover, they may not even have the time to mentor someone else. So before you make a decision, I would say set up a call with your potential mentor. Talk to them about what you are looking for, what you need help with. See if your goals align with their goals. And if they have the necessary skill set and bandwidth to help you. If they do have all these things, go ahead and schedule recurring meetings with them. Congratulations, you have a mentor. And people always struggle with this. How do I find a mentor? So, uh, network with people, attend conferences, send cold emails and messages on LinkedIn. Also, reach out to your professors if you're in school, or if you're a working professional, reach out to your manager in your organization and ask them to connect you with someone who can help you out. A mentor does not necessarily have to be somebody who can only help you with technical skills. Find, maybe multiple mentors, one who can help you achieve your technical goal, the other who can help you enhance your soft skills. It's super important. Also, here's this one catch. An unpopular opinion, but a mentor can be a person who is younger than you. skill set has got nothing to do with age. And I say this because I've seen so many people in the industry who feel a sense of shame when they notice that somebody younger than them is achieving, bigger things, or somebody younger knows a concept better. So please don't feel threatened by that. I think you should feel proud that you know somebody like them and you have that opportunity to connect with this person and learn with them. Others don't get that. Everybody does not have that opportunity. Everybody does not have that friend circle of amazingly smart people. And maybe you can teach your mentor something too and help them enhance their skill set as well. So ageism will only hold you back. Please take pride in learning and growing together. And the next advice is for all the wonderful leaders out there. Please do not miss out on opportunities because of lack of coding or programming experience. I feel you have been there too. I am still learning how to code. So please, you cannot hold yourself back from a great career opportunity just because of this fear. Uh, Moreover, there are plenty of job opportunities in cybersecurity that require zero to minimal coding skills. And with time, you will learn how to code. That's what I'm doing too, right? So don't let go of an opportunity just because you don't have certain skills now. Uh, Even if you feel a little unprepared, I think be willing to take that risk. And that's also exactly why you choose to work, right? Your work, and yeah, as you grow in your organization, uh, your work experience will help you develop new skills. So don't be scared, don't judge yourself too much if you don't necessarily have coding experience right now. You'll gain it as you work. And I would also end this by saying that always please try to give back to the community. No matter how successful you get with time, don't forget your roots. Um, Take some time out of your schedule to mentor somebody else, share your knowledge, help students with referrals, highlight the contributions of other women in cybersecurity whenever and wherever you can. If you're attending a convention, you're giving a talk at a university, you're going to schools, and even in your own business. We really need to highlight more female role models in cybersecurity that other females who are still in school can look up to. Please do not let get pride to your head, and don't be stingy with your knowledge at work. I believe that you won't gain anything by hiding your knowledge from others. Instead, try to work to lift others up, share what you know. It won't just help your team, but it will also make people want to work and collaborate with you. And I think that's a big plus for your personal growth. And please always remember that someone gave you a chance. Somebody believed in your capabilities when you were struggling and when you were out there looking for a job. So if you have that power now, if you are successful now, you're in an industry, you're a working professional, you can provide referrals. If you have that power now, give others that chance too. And finally, to all the students out there who are looking for a job, learn how to effectively use LinkedIn. Don't simply apply for jobs. Set aside 30 minutes every day to reach out to a hiring manager via LinkedIn. Send them a custom invite highlighting your best skills and be clear about how you want them to help you. And finally, if you get a response, set up some one on one time to chat more and get yourself an interview. Do not be disappointed if a few people do not respond in the first go. Follow up just like 2 to 3 more times and then move on. There are plenty of people on LinkedIn that you can reach out to. So remember to send a custom invite to people highlighting your skills, and how do you want them to help you. And remember that you will and you can reach out to 100 200 people easily in just 30 minutes, and you only need one yes. So do not be disappointed if everybody does not get back to you. You just need one person to get back to you. And I think I have talked a lot, but those are all my advices. I've learned some of these things the hard way, so I'm trying to give back so that somebody else does not make the mistakes that I have made.
Yeah, no, thank you for sharing. It's super valuable to hear the voice of experience in this, and I think it's just inspiring to anyone who might be interested in getting into tech, and for myself too. So thank you for sharing your story.
Absolutely.
Thanks to AWS On Air for having us today. This is an AWS On Air and Safe Room collaboration episode. And the Safe Room is the Twitch series that Ruchira mentioned in the beginning of the show. We air on the second and fourth Friday of each month at 11 Pacific time. And we talk about just emerging security trends, various topics related to security. Just join us and catch us next time. Thanks, everyone. And thanks, Ruchira.
Thank